Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm real excited because I got another battle this weekend, and as a bonus, Deadliest Warrior on Spike comes out with Season 2 this week on Tuesday. So it's going to be great. I love that show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. So you can see the little matchups here. I got a team with some new faces on it that, actually I think half of it is new faces for you guys who watch my stuff. So this is the first guy I've ever seen lead off with a Blissey. And by the way, this is DeathHound96 from not YouTube, from Maryland. And I didn't know what else to do, so I brought Whiscash in, and I should have Aquatailed. 4 out of 5 times I'll do that, because expecting something like Zapdos to take it, but I don't. And then I was like, wait a minute. Hidden Power, Grass. Too many Whiscashes have died that way, so I bring in Magneto to take it. And he does. And then I tried to taunt the Zapdos. I didn't want it to like Roost or Thunder Wave or something, and instead I taunt this Infinite, which originally I thought was stupid, but in a second I find out that it's not just a regular special attacking one, it's a Swords Dance. So that was a very, very good taunt, actually, because he probably would have taunted, and as you can see in a second, would have hit this Zapdos with this Stone Edge that he thankfully misses. And this Zapdos is new. There's the missed Stone Edge. I actually caught it in a Quick Ball, and I just happened to use it with its careful nature, and it's probably got bad IVs, but it was in my box, and it's like, I might as well train this thing. It's, it's still Zapdos, even though it has, like, bad stats. So it's defensive, and I wanted something to have Thunder Wave, because this is the first thing I have that actually has Thunder Wave. Isn't that cool? And so then I just hit him with this Thunderbolt, and now those defenses are down, and if this was, like, a real Zapdos with, actual stats, and not a My Special Attack nature, that would have killed him, but since he's not, it didn't. And I just finished that thing off. The paralysis came in there, and that Stone Edge that he had right there, you'll see that's one of this guy's first unluckiness things in this battle. This battle was epic, by all means, and that stuff like that Stone Edge missing right there really screwed him up. And I see this Empoleon, I'm like, why the hell would you bring Empoleon in on Zapdos? And this is why. It is max special defense and max HP. It's like, oh, I see what you did there. That's not a bad idea. So now I believe I Roost. Because when I Roost, I lose my Flying type, and that makes his Ice Beam not super effective. And that's great news. And so he's going to do it again right there. And that's not going to do as much. So now I'm free to Thunderbolt and kill him with 2 more of them until he does a move that I didn't even know Empoleon could learn. You'll see it in a second. Where is it? Yeah, that was a hint. There it is. So he hits me with that Yawn, and I'm like, oh, damn it, I don't want to sleep. This is my physical wall. He's probably got Scizor, even though he doesn't have Scizor. And so I send in this Metagross, which I believe you also haven't seen. And he surfed because now he's in Torrent range, and that kind of sucked. I was hoping to resist an Ice Beam. And I could outspeed him right now and Earthquake him, but I was afraid he'd bring in the Zapdos, and I don't really care if I lose Metagross anyway, because this is a Agilagross, and Agilagross is kind of gay. And I really just wanted to bring Zapdos back in to finish it off. So he kills Metagross because he doesn't switch back into Zapdos. So I don't kill the Empoleon, and Metagear dies without doing anything. And that's alright. But Zapdos is going to come back in and finish him off after getting hit by those Stealth Rocks, which, that's kind of annoying. I didn't bring Fortress on this team. Couldn't find a spot for him, so therefore I have no Rapid Spin support. And I finish him off with that Thunder Wave. So things are looking pretty good for me right now. I've taken down his Infernape and his Empoleon. And he's probably going to send, yep, there it is, that Blissey. And this is the thing I need to kill because I've got some good special attackers on this team, and I want to get that thing out of the way. I sent in Magneto, I believe, just to dodge that Toxic that was inevitably coming. And I wanted to get the Blissey taunted to make sure I could bring in Whiscash without risking like a Toxic or Softboiled or something like that, and just try to, hit him with physical attacks. That's the only way you can really kill Blissey, is to hit him with physical attacks, which Cash Money provides perfectly. So this time I'm not going to go for the Earthquake, because I know he's got that Zapdos. I go for the Aquatail, and I didn't expect this to do very much, because, most Zapdos are physical walls, and that did a crap load, and I was like, oh god, this is a fast, offensive Zapdos. And that would explain why this Hidden Power Grass does, what's that, 50 damage to a special wall, Probopass? It's like, oh, geez. And, similar to Metagross, I didn't really care what happened to this guy. I was using him just really as fodder and to take those hits to bring someone else in. So I went for Zap Cannon, not really caring if it missed. It did miss, and I don't know, maybe that was just the game saying, since you missed that Stone Edge before, we're not going to let him hit his Zap Cannon. Which I was surprised, because I'm absurdly lucky. And then I bring this Alakazam in, and the game just taunts me here with this critical hit, which didn't matter because that Zapdos has no defense in it at all, and Alakazam is really strong. And he brings Salamence in, And this is where it's a blessing that I know I have a few fast people on my team who are special attackers, because I'm just going to hit him with that psychic, not let him set up or whatever the heck he wants to do, and he ends up just earthquaking, but I get a real big chunk out of his health. And I guess he takes a bigger chunk out of mine, but that's alright, because now I'm going to send in some razzle-dazzle, you know, to try to finish him off, and it's a, whoa, special attacking Crobat, and it takes him down, and that's great. So I'm out here giving him a little bit of razzle-dazzle, and he sends out Blissey to stop my razzle-dazzle, because Blissey is anti-razzle-dazzle, because he's a special wall, a perfect one. And I send Zapdos back in, and he misses that Toxic, and that's the other part of his luck that was bad, because that sucked. That really sucked, because now you'll see it in a second, and I get that paralyzed, because once again, I want to get Whiscash back in there, and at this point, I know he's going to poison me, and I want to make sure I have full health before I switch out. I'm going to switch in Whiscash, and now that he's paralyzed, because I know Whiscash's health, even factoring in Stealth Rocks, I can take 3 Seismic Tosses before he goes down. Alright? And I wanted him paralyzed so that I could be faster, so that I can ensure that I could get those 2 hits off. Because I don't know what his last is, but I doubted it was immune to Earthquake. It was actually immune to Earthquake, but apparently he didn't figure out that Cash Money was banded because he didn't switch to it. And that does not as much damage as I wanted to. And I was surprised, and then he gets paralyzed, and that, in all honesty, out of all the bad luck you had, DeathHound, that one really didn't matter, because you could have Toxic, you could have Seismic Tossed, didn't make any difference at all. And so I finished him off with that second one. Now he sends us his last thing. Right here, I thought I'd lost. I thought it was going to set up on me and sweep me. So I've got 3 things left, and I've got 1 chance, and I needed him to not do Dragon Dance, but he doesn't. He outraged and was like, oh, come on, Zapdos, survive with your crappy stats. Survive, yes! And I was like, oh, God, please, come on, Zapdos. Outspeed, outspeed, outspeed. I need this Thunder Wave. I need it. Yes! And I was kind of surprised because that thing is trained in speed and attack, but I was also kind of not surprised because, you know, it's still Zapdos and he's still fast. His paralysis right there really didn't matter because I died from poison anyway. And now I send out Razzle Dazzle for his last breath. I'm just going to try to get off some kind of damage before I bring my very last guy in. And I'm really just kind of praying right now that it's not a bulky one, and it's not a bulky one because that does a good deal of damage. So good job, Razzle Dazzle. And now I send in my last guy, and I was like, oh, this is going to be epic. Whiscash, hit. And let me describe my thought process to you. No! Yes! Hit! And I was right here. I was literally on my feet. Go! Yes! And that's the way that it ends. With that Cash Money, heroics, and that was a great battle. So good game, DeathHound.